Hello Internet, and welcome to another episode of Just a Touch. My name is Blake with Rook Gaming, and this is a show where we just talk about stuff that I found interesting in the week. As far as an update for the channel, there's going to be a podcast soon. It might even be this weekend. It might be tomorrow, Saturday, May 13th, because I just recorded it with my good friend Corey York over Xbox Live because he lives in Tampa, but it still was pretty fun to just talk for a bit. It really is just that. It's just talking about random stuff and how we feel about gaming and music and movies and kind of where it's at, where it's going, and also some real stuff just about like jobs, because we're both students and reaching that point in our lives where we get to choose a job and find a career and stuff like that, and just kind of getting his opinion on stuff. And it was pretty fun to just kind of know that I was doing a podcast and kind of direct it towards certain ways. And I really want to have more people on. At this point, it's not totally ideal, but I mean, in the future, it's definitely going to happen. I enjoyed it, and so look out for that. It's going to be a full podcast. It's going to be up on YouTube. Let's talk about games. So, if you don't know, there's been a rumor going around that FarCry 5 is going to be a spaghetti western, as in like guns, high noon, all that good stuff. McCree, pretty much. The rumor came from a story about a film crew going out to an old church in Montana, and they were filming a live action sequence, and they said that it was for an open world action adventure game. And most outlets started with it being a Red Dead Redemption 2 sort of leak live action bit, which makes the most sense considering Red Dead Redemption 2 has a huge load of hype behind it, and it's probably going to be a great game because Rockstar knows what they're doing, and it's really the big Western type game coming out this year. And then it came out that it probably isn't for Red Dead Redemption 2. And then some people started wondering and doing more research, and the company who did the filming has done filming for Ubisoft with other live action stuff for like FarCry. And so people are pretty sure that it's going to be a Western. Then there was the rumor that came out, I can't remember what article it came out through, you can search it. Basically, the guy said that it wasn't going to be, he can't confirm it was going to be a Western, and but it's set in Montana, and the thing was at an old church. So if it's not going to be a Western, it's going to be something really weird. Probably. Because if it's modern day in Montana at an old church, that is either going to have to be creepy or, I don't know. Not too sure what that's going to do. Or it could be like one of those live action things where it's like, oh, like all the PlayStation ones where it's like, oh, look at this guy who's in reality, but now he's in Western, now he's in space. Like maybe it's like that's the setting for the people who are going to play the game almost, but we'll see. In other news, the Star Wars Battlefront II peoples, EA, in a earnings call, I believe is what it's called, in an earnings call to their investors, they said that Star Wars Battlefront 2 is going to have 3 times the content of Star Wars Battlefront. Now, that's kind of annoying for Star Wars Battlefront. The original, I bought it, and I had Season Pass. I love the game, I still play it, but I do wish there was more. I'm excited for where it's going to go, but I think it's funny that they're like, there's going to be more. Trust me, because we know we fucked up the first time for a $60 game and a $40 season pass, and you got like not a lot. I'm excited for it. I think it's going to be great. I can't wait to see more about it at E3. Same with Call of Duty. And is there a Battlefield title coming out this year? I don't think there is. In real world news, because gaming is real world, never mind, that doesn't make sense. In political news, Donald Trump fired the director of the FBI, James Comey. Now, a lot of people are thinking that this is like sort of not conspiracy theories, but basically James Comey was heading up an investigation between about the Russian ties to Donald Trump and the presidential campaign, and now he's fired. So maybe. My thought is James Comey has done some things that are sort of out of line as a director of FBI prior to the investigation and the stuff like that. But it could be one of those things where they use those faults in the past to fire him now because they need it, kind of thing. So it's kind of odd. I'm worried that we're going to end up with a dictatorship. But I don't think we will, because America's pretty keen to those sort of things. And I think more people are aware of this stupidity than ever before. But hopefully, you can never be too surprised with America. They're always out to surprise you, like electing him in the first place, or electing Hillary Clinton to the primaries. It was an interesting November. On that note, I had originally, when all this stuff was going down, I was like, I don't really know who would be a better president, you know, Donald Trump or Hillary Clinton. I'm just gonna sit back, not vote, and just sort of watch it happen and see where it goes. And then I started paying attention a little more, and no, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. With all respect for human beings and intelligence, I could not vote, or I could not allow a non-vote to take place when that guy was going to be running. But that's my personal opinion. That's all for this episode of Just a Touch. If you found anything interesting that you want to share with the world, you can put it down in the comments below, or you can share this video and put it in the little tagline caption. Either way, if you put it in the comments below, I'll check it out. I think I have been pretty out of the loop this week, and I'm kind of sad about that. But there's so much freaking news right now with gaming and politics and money and entertainment. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's hard to keep up with everything. I realize I'm not keeping up with barely any of it, so I'll work on that. I love you guys. I love if you watch this video, if you watch any of the content, you're amazing. If you want to leave a like and subscribe to the channel, you can. If you're new, if you haven't subscribed, I like for you to be here with us and watch videos and other content. If you have any suggestions for this show or other show ideas or games to play, always leave them in the comments. You can always tweet at me at Blake Rook, at BlakeRook67, or at Real Rook Gaming on Twitter. I will catch you guys later. Peace out.
Some help for you. Get up. Yes, Tank, it would be nice if you could clear up some of these men so we could maybe have a go at this. Need the charge. Need the charge. Need it. Yes! Fire for the win!